Let me tell you something, people. This man is just dying to get some attention. So I guess Pastor Michael Smith's gonna have to give it to him. You know what I'm saying? He sat down for an interview and he came out and said, 50 Cent's a bad father. Oh, we know that. What about you, Gyro? What are you? You a bad actor, bad singer, bad rapper, you just bad all. Anyway, let's go ahead and break this news. Start spreading the news.
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkey, rat, you name it. Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
Before I get into this news report, just wanted to let you know we got the baddest, the most dangerous podcast in the land, baby, in the land. If you ain't subscribed to that podcast, you're missing it. Every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we go live on the podcast, exposing satanic scumbags. Come on, everything goes down on that podcast, people. Yeah, I think you better. We are on a lot of streaming sites, so we might be on your streaming site that you use. Just search for us, Illuminati Exposed Media, right there on your streaming site, or you can go to www.illuminatiexposedmedia.com. That's illuminatiexposedmedia.com. The link is also in the description area of this video. Don't forget, we also go live on our Facebook fan page with a live show for you. You can go there by going to www.gospeltalktv.com. That's www.gospeltalktv.com. The link is in the description area of this show. Okay, so Ja Rule, yes, the Cookie Monster. Cookie. You best believe he ate up a whole lot of cookies in his day. But he come out and said 50 Cent's a bad father. Hey, we know 50 Cent's a bad father. But it wasn't always like that. It wasn't always like that with 50 Cent. Because if you guys follow 50 Cent all the way back to when he first came on the scene, with that you was a wankster, but you never popped nothing. If you see that video, his son, at the end of that video, his son, the holding the wankster doll, his son, that was his son in that video. See, he wasn't always a bad father. He was a good father when he thought that he was going to sacrifice that boy. See, Jimmy Iovine, Eminem, and what was that, Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? The reason why they put him under his wing and put money behind it, because it was a joint venture. You know what I'm saying? 50 Cent got lucky because it was a joint venture between Jimmy Iovine. I believe it was Jimmy Iovine. Yeah, it was a joint venture between Jimmy Iovine and no, actually, not Jimmy Iovine, I'm sorry. It was a joint venture between Eminem and Dr. Dre. Dr. Dre put half, Eminem put half, and they signed 50 Cent, and they gave 50 Cent $1 million. You know what I'm saying? So it was a joint venture. So 50 Cent got lucky. And the reason why they signed him, because 50 Cent probably promised them that he was going to sacrifice his boy. That's why he put his boy in that wankster video. Look at that wankster video. Go ahead and research that wankster video. Thought you was a wankster, but you never popped nothing. And then at the end, you know what I'm saying, he goes up to his son, and he said, he takes that doll out of his son's hand. He said, what I tell you about playing with these wanksters? That was supposed to be Ja Rule. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, 50 Cent thought that, you know what I'm saying, he was going to get the chance to sacrifice his boy. But luckily, you know what I'm saying, and I'm proud of his baby's mama. I'm proud that his baby's mama pulled away from him. And I'm proud that his baby's mama pulled his son away from him. You know what I'm saying? People like that. Now, I don't like, you know what I'm saying, women trying to stop men from seeing their kids. I don't like that. But in this case, in the 50 Cent case, I do appreciate, you know what I'm saying, the baby's mama for pulling his son away from him, because that would have been death. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you would have seen a tragedy happen when 50 Cent's son, 50 Cent's son died in a car accident, or 50 Cent's son this, or 50 Cent's son. You would have seen something happen to 50 Cent's son, because he didn't put his son in that video for nothing. That was him offering up his son. By him putting his son in that video, that was him offering up his son. You know, the same way Snoop Dogg, you know what I'm saying, held his grandson in his arm, offering him up. Well, 50 Cent putting his son in that Wankster video. That was 50 Cent offering him up. That's why 50 Cent, every time you turn around, 50 Cent is cursing his son out, calling his son all kind of names, calling his baby's mama all kind of names. But yet, notice, if you look at interviews with when 50 Cent first came on, all he speaks about is his baby mama. He said, me and my baby mama is the best of friends. I love my baby mama. I love my son. Da-da-da-da this and da-da-da-da that. I mean, go look at all of the past interviews. He said him and his baby mama are the best of friends. Now look at it. Now him and his baby mama is the worst of enemies. He can't stand his baby mama. He called baby mama all type of hoes and all type of this. He called his son all type of names. That's what happens when, you know what I'm saying, when people find out that you're about to sacrifice your son and they don't give you custody. You don't even get to see your son. That's good. You know what I'm saying? Now his son is growing up and there's a big boy now. You know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, of course, we know, but we know 50 Cent's a bad father. But what about you, Ja Rule? You know what I'm saying? You see, that's why I can't stand these rappers, you know what I'm saying? Because they point the finger at one another. It's like the pot calling the kettle black. You know what I'm saying? Ja Rule talking about 50 Cent being a bad father. But what about somebody saying about Ja Rule? Ja Rule, can you please explain to us the definition of your name? We know that you didn't name yourself that. We know that the elites named you that. Why? Because that is a play on words. You, back in the day, you had people calling on Ja Rule, when they really was calling God rules. They was calling you God, and they said that you rule because at the time the spirit of Beelzebub was upon you. So when the reason why they made you hot, because they wanted that spirit to be worshipped, that spirit that was upon you. That's why you was the hottest thing back then. See, it was never before the 1500s. The letter J didn't exist. So what was it before it became the letter J? Well, it was a Y. So if you put a Y there, what do you get? You get Yah. Yah means God in Hebrew, right? It's a title meaning God in Hebrew. So you have God, and then you have rule. Okay, God rule. And then if you look at Ja Rule's first album, he said he have Ja Rule, and then he have some little numbers there, 336. Check that out. Ja Rule 336. So it says God rules 336. So we know that ain't the Most High God. We know that was Lucifer. So that's what you was promoting. Yeah, you might have been singing songs about love and, you know what I'm saying, between me and you and all that other. So you might have been singing about songs about love and relationships. But what was you really promoting, Mr. Ja Rule? What was you really promoting? See what I'm saying, people? You got to wake up and read between the lines. You know what I'm saying? Well, what is your motive for talking about 50 Cent? And I'm not taking up for 50 Cent because they both are satanic scumbags. But anyway, this is news. Like I said, tune into the baddest, the most dangerous podcast in the land. I mean, in the land, the most dangerous podcast in the land. Every Friday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Illuminati Exposed Media Podcast. www.illuminatiexposedmedia.com. 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 Make sure you follow that podcast so you won't miss out on one single episode. We got a great lineup all this month. We're going to be exposing a lot of satanic scumbags all this month. Don't miss out on that. The website link is in the description area of this video. Also, don't forget to go to our Facebook fan page. We go live over there daily. www.gospeltalktv.com. Make sure you hit that follow button over there. And that link is also in the description area of this show. Till next time, stay tuned. God bless you.
Beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, chicken, turkey, rat. You name it. Beans, greens, potatoes.